Excellent.
Hello, hello, hello. Are we all here today? Hello, everyone.
Hello,
And
hello.
can you guys hear me?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good, good.
Good. Welcome back. Hey, Sandra, welcome back.
Thank you. How you doing? Hey,
I'm doing well, thank you. How you guys doing?
I like your new do.
Yes, love it.
Did you? You know, I am on this journey with my natural hair,
Ah,
and then my hair is like a bush, so I can wear my hair natural for a while, then it just go like this, like Oprah Winfrey, just like this. So I've been trying to like tame it and train it. Because that's what my stylist told me. She said, Gladys, natural hair is all about training. You just go have to just work with it and train it.
yes,
And
ma'am.
when I don't want to deal with it, I'll put on a wig, and then people think I don't have hair. And my hair is long as some of the wigs that I wear and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I told her, like, last time I went, she straightened it, and it was so pretty, but like for like 24 hours. So I said to her, like, let's try the coils, let's try like twisting it. And I literally just took it down today. So she said as it gets, the longest twisted out, it gets bigger and prettier. So
Yes.
thank you, lady. So I'd rather wear my hair, but it's just, I think you guys, I'm sure, can relate. It's just a job.
Yes, ma'am.
So you be needing convenience. And I'll be like, oh, God. Okay, so let me see. Do we have everybody in here? Yes. Welcome, welcome, ladies. Welcome back. I'm so excited about today. I hope that you guys did your homework.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope everybody's been very diligent and taking this very serious because it is serious.
It is.
And like I said, the goal is once we get through this business teaching and learning, that you guys be full-fledged operating your businesses, or starting a business, or your business has gotten better. We have to have some testimonies of how the training and everything is working. So, I like to start with some fun all the time. You never know what I'm going to be coming here with. And you better tell, Francia better tell you guys that, oh, I give good prizes.
Yes.
So today we're going to start with, let me give you all the instructions because it's going to be interesting. So what I want you to do, let me see here. I want you to take your cards, your index cards. You should always come to class with your index cards, with a pen, with some paper to take some notes. So everybody can hear me, right? Okay. So where's my lovely sister Barry Payne? I see her. Hey, beautiful. How are you?
Hello, I'm
How
sorry.
are you, gorgeous? Oh, I love your makeup. Oh my gosh.
It's so funny because I literally a second ago, just finished recording for my podcast. So
No wonder she's looking so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, you look so beautiful. Yes, I love your makeup. So, what we're going to do is that I want you to think of a cartoon character. It can be a cartoon character, a superhero, that you just like or your kids like, I don't know, but that kind of describes, in your opinion, who you are. And I want you to write that on the card. It could be, like I say, a superhero, a cartoon character. Let me see. It can be like a comic book hero, an animated movie character, a comic strip. Write that person or image or whoever on that card, the name of that person, and I'm doing it too. So if you feel like they represent you, so we're going to do that. And I know you're thinking, like I'm thinking, oh my God, I can think of many. Well, you only can choose one. And we're going to see. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do, everybody thinking, go ahead and write that character down. And they need to be a legitimate comic book character. Don't come with something we ain't never heard of. Now, don't be invent your own cartoon character, your own comic book superhero. They have to have existed in this 21st century. Don't take us all the way back to the 1800s. We may not be like, what character was that? Was that in my great grandma days? So please help us out, ladies, and let us be able to recognize. Oh yeah, we know who that is. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, we're going to go around the room, and I want each one of you to and we're going to. I want you to sit up straight when you announce your character, not tell us your name, although we know your name and your character, and then why you chose that character. And then I'm gonna tell you the rest of it after that. So we're gonna do that first. And you might want to take some notes because I may ask you something about the other person's character for you to get some points and maybe get a prize. Don't let Francia win every year every week, because we can see she's very competitive. Francia is very competitive. Okay, so who wants to start? Who wants to start with their character?
I'll start.
Go ahead, Sandra.
Okay, so I picked Tweety Bird. Do y'all know Tweety Bird? Okay. I was like, uh-oh.
Did y'all hear her?
Yes.
Tweety Bird. Okay, tell us why you are Tweety Bird. We definitely know Tweety Bird. I love Tweety Bird.
Okay, so I picked Tweety Bird because she's small and shy, but every time the cat or the dog tried to get her, she kind of outsmarted them and had a way to continue to live. So
That is so awesome. Did y'all hear what she said? Tweety Bird is small and shy, but Tweety Bird know how to, she has strategy. That's what I heard. That when the cat and the little people, her enemies, if you will, tried to get her, they could never get her because Tweety Bird was too smart for them. Oh, thank you for sharing, Sandra. That is awesome. Okay, who's next? Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. Mine is Wonder Woman.
Okay, tell us why Wonder Woman.
I liked her because I just like the fact that sometimes I just feel like I'm a Wonder Woman, just having so much things to do and moving around, and then I like the fact that well, actually I love her outfit. I like her outfit. It just I like the outfit. And then as far as the name, I guess Wonder Woman, just being able to just keep, sometimes my husband say, "What are you thinking?" And then I tell him what I'm thinking, and I said, "No, I'm not thinking about that." He says, "It's just your mind is just everywhere. You're always thinking about stuff." And so I think I picked Wonder Woman because the fact that he can stand with the guys, with the other guys, as far as Iron Man and all them, she just like be part of them, even though she's a woman, but she's strong. So
Oh, I love that. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so Wonder Woman for Francia. She told us why. Who's next? Barry, okay.
I'm laughing because I wonder if y'all are gonna know who I'm even talking about.
See, here we go. See, I told you somebody's going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, Sister Barry.
Anybody know the Powerpuff Girls?
Powerpuff?
yep.
Yeah. Yes, we know the Powerpuff Girls.
So I
Yes.
was thinking, and I was like, man, I don't know what. I just couldn't figure it out, and then that just came to my mind, and I see myself as Bubbles. She was the sweet little one, the little tender, I chose her because even though she was so sweet, and she was timid, and she was just sweetness, but when you mess with her, or when like when you push her to the limit, she comes with her power. And I don't know if anybody remembers, but she had a temper. Like when she got messed with, she let it loose. So that just reminded me of myself. That's what I came up with.
Oh my goodness, we're learning a lot about you guys. Okay. Okay, Portia.
I don't have one yet. I don't know. Well, at first I was
Portia.
thinking Catwoman, but then
Catwoman.
because of
Go
all
ahead,
the
then.
photos of the view I saw her as, but when I pulled it up, I was like, well, no, that's not really
the
me.
Catwoman.
But
What did you like about Catwoman? It's okay, because the thing is, we all have different dimensions of ourselves. So what was it that made you think of Catwoman and your personality?
well, I guess I'll say what I observed of her is that at first she didn't know the power that she had. Like she didn't know what she could do. It took time for her to realize it. And she was noticing the different things around her, but she really didn't know the power that she possessed.
Wow.
And she was invincible. Like people didn't know what she was doing. She was very subtle with it. And that kind of stood out and reminded me of me, because a lot of times I'm learning that, there are different qualities about myself that I might see as weaknesses. And
So I don't know. That's the person that I thought of.
I like that, honey. Stay with Catwoman. I like Catwoman and what you saw. I love that. What you saw in her that reminded you of yourself. I didn't even know Catwoman. Didn't know her power. That's very powerful.
Okay, well, thank you. I guess I'll keep that one.
We're gonna stay with Catwoman, girl, because I like Cat. Do y'all like Catwoman and the way I like that. Yeah. Okay, so I knew that one of you guys would choose mine, so I chose to. That Francia, I told you she is something else. I had Wonder Woman because but then I said I want us to all have something different. So Francia said Wonder Woman. I definitely see myself as Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman is just Wonder Woman. The characteristics I see in Wonder Woman, I like what she said, like she can stand with the guys. Because I always tell you guys, like even in ministry, I'm always on the platform with a platform full of men. Like, and to me, that's very interesting how God will place me. And when I'm dealing in business, I'm dealing with CEOs of companies, and most of the time these are men. So I do love that, but I chose to. I'm gonna say Bionic Woman. Do y'all remember Bionic Woman?
I remember.
Y'all remember? Y'all may not. I'm sure I'm the oldest one in this group, but the Bionic Woman. I love the Bionic Woman. When I was growing up, she was like, you remember the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. She was the version of the $6 Million Man. And she had these powers, like it was almost like what Portia said. And it was a combination of what all of you guys are saying, because until you made her mad, Sister Mary, or she was dealing with the bad guys, or she was dealing with evil people, and then she'll turn into that Bionic Woman. She was just a regular woman until you did something that she didn't like, and then she turned into that Bionic Woman, and she was always helping people. She was always saving people from the bad guys. She was always standing up for people. And I was like 9 or 10 years old, and when she turned into her powers, I'd jump up in my living room at home, and I'd be like, I'd be making the sound and everything. I would be all into it. And I remember that we had this big brick wall on the back of our home, similar to where I live now. I have this big brick wall. It looks almost like a fortress if you would just put yourself in it, like it's like a fortress around you. So I would get up on that wall like a 9-year-old little girl, and my brothers and sisters, one would be the $6 Million Man, I would be Bionic Woman, and I would jump off that wall, and I would do it in slow motion in my mind. I was like, oh my God, I can see that so vividly right now. So Lindsay Wagner, that's who played the Bionic Woman. I love her to this day. And even her career, it has lasted. You know, she actually played in that movie I told you guys to watch, Samson. She played as Samson's mother. Yeah, that was the Bionic Woman. I think she's still doing her thing, even in her 60s and 70s, however old she is. I know she's older than me because when I was watching it, I was a little girl and she was like a grown woman or probably in her 20s, but I loved her. So, okay, everybody got everybody's character in mind. I hope you wrote those down. So the next part of this, what we're going to do now, I want you to write on another index card. I want you to write for the heading goal card, GOAL. That's your goal card. And what I want you to write now, we just now dealt with animated people and characters and superheroes that we know those people that's not really who they are, they were made up. But now I want you to get in mind, it could be anybody, a real person that you would like to aspire to have some of their qualities their character, they have inspired you in any way. It can be anybody. It can be a famous person. It can be a friend. It could be your parents. But get a real person in mind and write that name down. And then we want you to share that as well. Who is that person, and why do you think some of those qualities you have and some of their qualities you may want to have? So I'm gonna give you a minute to do that.
I got a question.
Yes.
Can it be somebody on this call?
Huh?
Can it be somebody on this call?
Yeah, it could be anybody, yeah, that you really admire and look up to and all of that. And we're going to share that, and then we're going to do the same thing, you know, who that person is. And what we want you to do is I want you to tell us why you chose that person, and then we're going to go from there. So, all right, let's see where we're, okay, anybody want to go first? Look at your baby. He said he want to go first. Anybody wants to share their real person first, or you need a little more time, guys?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, so I picked Mother Teresa because she was in my eyes, as far as the quality that she has, I can kind of, some of the things are like similar, some things as far as like I feel like if I have something, someone needs it, I can go without and let them have it. And so what I have learned about her is that they said that she had really, really, really funny feet. And because of the fact that she didn't wear, shoes that, that she needed to protect her foot, and the money that would come in, instead of her buying stuff for herself, she would, for the children, she would give that up. And so I thought about that. I was like, wow, you know. And sometimes I feel like that's how I feel, especially when you have people in Haiti. I have friends still now. I still supported when, even because, I was friend with them when I was really young. Like I left Haiti when I was 14 years old, and I'm still, I'm supporting them. Not, not like, not that I know them now, but I just feel like it's my job to help because they don't have any. And so sometimes I just feel like if I had a lot more, I probably wouldn't keep anything for myself. If it wasn't for my husband, I would just give it all away. I know
Wow.
it's not balanced. I know you have to balance what you have in, where you put your money, as far as the ground you put it in. But I just feel like that sometimes, just being able to help people, and I like that quality of her, going without, and help the poor.
Yeah, that's very powerful. She is really definitely one of my greatest inspirations. She's like, I always watch a movie of her life. I try to do it annually, but it's a movie about Mother Teresa's life, like what Sister Frances explained. If you guys have never watched it, again, you would want to watch her movie, because she was so, as she said, so self-sacrificing, and so every time I watch it, I don't care how many times, I always cry, because, and then she was so feisty. I didn't know that she was such a little bitty woman, but she was so feisty. And I remember one scene in that movie, like these Muslim men, she wanted to set up this church in that area, or like really a hospital, because she did a lot for people that was sick and ill, and they didn't want her to set that hospital up. And they came beating on that door. I can see that movie so clearly. And she seemed like I think Mother Teresa was not even 5 feet tall.
Nope.
She went to those, that door, slung that door open. And they were like, we're going to kill you. And she was just standing there, just unmoved, just unbothered, like, you know, just defying them with her God. And oh God, you have to go watch that lady's movie. It's very powerful. She was a force in the earth. Yeah. And you just all in my head, Francia, can you get out of my head and my life? Now, I love Mother Teresa. When she said that, I'm like, oh God, yes, Mother Teresa. Thank you for sharing. Who's next? She's very powerful. She's very powerful. Who want to go next? Y'all scared to share? Y'all are real people?
So, and that's my background a little loud because the baby's laying down for a nap.
Okay.
If y'all hear crying.
No problem.
I picked Gladys Dark.
Oh.
And the reason I picked you from the time that you came to Emmanuel, you showed this boldness as an anointed woman, allowing God to use you. And I remember when you asked the pastor about me being, you know, your pastor aide, and I came home and my husband was like, I don't know, but if God tell her to, you better go. But it's just something about seeing your demeanor as a strong woman in ministry and faith and business and
Amen.
That boldness. And definitely shoes that I would like to walk in, just being bold in every area. I tend to sometimes say stuff to make people happy, but to be bold in the Lord. So that's, you know, just a few of the characteristics that I see in you.
That is so humbling, and thank you so much. And I do remember, saying that that meeting I did at Emmanuel's church. I said a lot. Yeah, I remember someone was sleeping on the front row, and I didn't know it was one of the pastor's husbands, and I rebuked him, and I was thinking, this is the family who invited me to the church, but I really didn't care. So Sandra is right about that. Where the Lord uses me, I'm going to open my mouth. And I didn't know he was like maybe a deacon in the church, or he was one of their husbands. And I said, the nerve of you to even sit on the front row and sleep, sir. Stand up for the rest of the meeting.
Oh, wow.
And he was standing up. He was standing up for the rest of the meeting. He was obedient. It was so funny. And then at the end, I remember, I think it was the sister that moved to Florida. I think it was her husband. And they came up. They were so kind to me. All of them, they always loved on me. And I didn't know I had rebuked her husband. And she laughed about it. She said, you should have, prophetess, because he had no business sleeping in the middle of it.
Giving up a cane offering.
Giving God a cane offering right in the middle of the prophetess face. You got to go and get in a corner in the back of the church and have the nerve to do that. So Sandra is right. Oh my God. And sometimes things that come out of my mouth, they just escape my lips. I'm just like, oh God, did I just say that? Because in reality, it's hard for people to believe, but I am a little shy too. But it's like she said, when the anointing comes on me, I become another person. And it's just like, I don't even be myself. And then that's why I say, once I'm coming out of the spirit, just please leave me alone and give me some chicken and some bread and let me sleep and some water. Because you may get that side that say, oh my God, look at Gladys, look at the woman of God. No, thank you so much. That's very humbling. That's very humbling to me that you would say that. And she have been around me for some time and watched my life, so she can really speak to that. But it just comes out at times. Who wants to go next? Thank you so much, Sister Sandra. Thank you.
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess as cliche as I might sound, I actually chose an artist chose Rihanna.
Okay.
I say that because she's somebody that since I was younger, I have really just uh kind of been drawn to, not necessarily just her music, but if
Mm-hmm.
you've ever actually researched and seen more of like who she is as a woman, and she was young starting out in the music industry, and the way that she really kind of grew and blossomed as a woman. We're very similar in age. She's a few years older than me, but I've always been so inspired by her, um her being like unapologetic in like who she is, and her authenticity of not just as an artist but as a person, and not just being necessarily about like having the spotlight, but like the things that she's always done behind the scenes, so to speak, outside of music, the all the organizations that she has founded, and how she has just basically created this empire, um not just with charity and organizations, but also, with entrepreneurship and all the things that she's created. And it's just very inspiring to see how she has really grown and really managed all that, and not necessarily doing it for like a show, but there's like in there, it's intentional, and like there's a reason and there's a purpose. And I just am inspired by her and her life, and how she's very inclusive of people, of all types of people, and even in her faith as well. And I also follow her mom. She's a mighty, mighty woman of God, and
Wow.
I really do enjoy. I guess you could say being a type of spectator, because of course I don't know her personally. I wish I did, but there's just something that I'm just very drawn to, and it's just very inspiring. So
That's very powerful, and you're right. She is well-rounded. I totally agree. She's an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She is very hands-on in her community, and she haven't forgotten her roots. She does so much for her own country, and at the same time, she does a lot in America. Um, Rihanna is a bad girl. She's not called bad Riri for something. Bad girl Riri. She's
right.
beautiful. She's really beautiful, and her spirit is beautiful. So that's a great inspiration. I don't know what this thing is saying. You guys know I'm not a Zoom person. It says recording meeting, 6 minutes left, upgrade to pro. What in the world is going on? If we get cut off, I'll send y'all another link. I don't know what's going on. Somebody gonna have to help me with Zoom because
Yeah, I think that they if you don't have like a certain type of account, you can only have meetings for a certain amount of time.
see, I have a business account, and I thought I was clicking on the business account. I'm gonna send you guys a link to the personal side. But either way, if it goes off, I'll see what I need to do because it says something about upgrade. I don't know because I have both, but I'm signed in, I guess, to the wrong one. And today I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this Zoom right. I'm gonna get everything right about Zoom. Lord have mercy. I told y'all, see, Sister Rukia needs to get her tail on her job. Okay, Sister Portia. So if it goes off, I'll send you guys another link. Yeah.
Okay. My person that I chose is do you all know? I'm sure you all know TD Jake's daughter, Sarah Jake.
Yes.
Oh yes, ma'am.
Recently, I just really started following her and her sermons and all that she's doing. I'll say like the past few months.
Mm-hmm.
But she has been very inspiring. I love her story, how she come from, the preacher's household, but yet she went through a path that was really, really, really hard. Um,
Yep.
but she's transparent about it, and her ministry touches the lives when she speak is I know it's targeting like single women. It encourages single women, married women, even like men. It's like it touches everyone. And I just really like her transparency. Like as she speaks, she's like just a normal person. She don't feel like where she come from, she's higher than people. And she just shows that if you just be yourself and just have a relationship with God, that that he'll do it all. You don't have to have all this fame. You could just be yourself. So that really admired me about her. And I would say that's where I want to be, open and be myself, but yet at the same time, just be able to touch the lives of whoever it is and be able to allow God to use me, whether it's a male, female, and, a child or whoever, and inspire them. So that's
That is very, very powerful. Oh my gosh. Sarah Jakes is very, very powerful. You're right. And for the reasons that you're saying, I too am very inspired by her because her story is almost my story because I had a baby at 15 years old. The only difference is that my mother was not a preacher, but I love how she says, like you said, she is so transparent. It's just like she's not moved that I'm Bishop Jake's daughter. And I love how Bishop Jakes too came out too and just like I'm a man of God and this is my daughter and she had a baby right under my roof in my house and we're not perfect, I love how that family is they're just so transparent like you said, and that's why they're so effective in ministry. And a lot of ministers, I often talk about this, they don't like to share that side of them. And they won't share that side of them. They want people to always think they've been this great person and that God has not delivered or cleansed them from anything. And you can't help people that way. When you won't show your scars, you can't be a blessing to people. You just can't, because two things that come across, people will always see the fakeness anyway. We all know that everybody has something, some challenges they dealt with. Now, whether you share them or not, in your testimony, it's something that you're going to discern some gaps. You're going to, when people go to talking and then you can kind of say, oh, that don't make sense what they're saying, because it's just not fitting. So when you share the whole person, then they can really grow and benefit and they can really have hope in their own journey. And say, oh, well, okay, Prophetess did this and she had this and she went through this. Oh, I can make it. When I looked at Sarah Jake's life, I said, oh, she's on the national stages. I can be there too. Oh, that's exactly what I did. That's my whole testimony. And I love her. And she's very powerful. Like you say, she is very powerful because she has walked it out. That's why she can really share with women because she has walked it out. So those are some very powerful people. I want you to keep that gold card right there in your face as we go through the rest of this. Mine is, they say less than a minute. Oh my God, this thing is getting on my nerve today. Okay, we'll come back on. I'm gonna have to do something in a minute. It's saying upgrade the pro. I'm gonna upgrade on this side too because I don't know what's going on. I am not the technical person. Look, I can't be good in everything, y'all. I can't be good. I am not a technical person. Oh my gosh. But who I put down, oh gosh, you guys have really blessed me, but I have a couple of people, but I got to choose one. I'm going to choose, I told you guys that